All right, Yahoo Fantasy Baseball 2010 Tucson Toros Group Week 4. We're going to talk AZPadres versus Woodalas. Final score in that battle in favor of AZPadres, 5-3-2. A very close matchup. Padres now just under 500, sits 17, 18, and 5 overall, while Woodalas struggling to start the season 11, 24, and 5 to open the year. The team split pitching. Padres took 3 of 5 on offense. That was the difference here. Very close battle in 6 out of the 10 categories, though. So Padres squeaks by with enough victories in enough categories to claim the win here. But Woodalas definitely put up a fight this week. Padres got a monster week from Paul Konerko. 4 home runs, 10 RBIs from a guy who was basically overlooked by everybody. Should be on the downturn as far as his career goes, but somehow found the long ball this week. Just one other player with a homer, though. That was Johnny Damon for the Tigers, another person who was really not expected to contribute in fantasy baseball. So some unusual sources of homers there, but mass changes have been made to the offensive roster for AZPadres going forward. If you take a look at the waiver wire transaction wire, you'll see there are some changes that have definitely been made to address some of the offensive issues. Over for Woodalas, Josh Hamilton definitely found the bats this week. Great week. Rough week, though, for Chipper Jones. Woodalas is definitely going to be happy to have Ian Kinsler back off the injured list now. Padres hit for average to seal the deal. Great average for a team, especially on a team that was able to, put up 4 homers from one guy. Not hitting a whole lot of homers, you would expect the average probably to be higher because home run hitters tend to have a lower average. And that kind of seems to be what played out for Padres throughout the week. Padres had an excellent week in pitching from Josh Johnson. 2 wins, 20 Ks. Heath Bell also added 3 saves for the team. The Padres closer for AZPadres picked up 3 saves. Woodalas took ERA and whip thanks to Chris Carpenter, who matched Josh Johnson as far as stats go. 2 wins, 12 Ks, but a 1.38 ERA. Fantastic ERA from Carpenter. No saves from the relievers, but 7 strikeouts and a 0 ERA. So, saves is what you want to see from your relievers in fantasy baseball. But if they're not going to get you saves, you definitely just want to make sure they don't blow up your ERA. That's definitely not what happened for Woodalas here. 4 pitchers with an under 1 whip for Woodalas. So pitching staff's looking pretty good considering the team's status in the standings. This is Padres' first win in fantasy baseball, so congrats goes out to the ownership group there for the AZPadres. First fantasy baseball win. Mid-pack now in the standings. It's going to be a dogfight in those spots, probably 4, 5, or 6, maybe closer to 5 or 6 through about 10 or 11. It's going to be a real dogfight. Padres sits right in the middle of that. 2.5 games out of a playoff spot right now. Obviously, really early to be talking playoffs, but you always want to keep that in the back of your head. Woodalas sits 15th out of 16 right now. Has lost 3 of 4 to open the year. So rough start for a team that was really strong last year. Woodalas gets Derek Lowe equals Cheater next week. That's going to be a battle of the 2 worst teams in the league, so we'll see who winds up truly being the worst team after next week. AZPadres has a key matchup with Otis and the Drunks next week. Otis is slipping through the standings, but looking to gain some momentum, definitely making the moves necessary to try to stay competitive, and Padres is doing the same thing. So it'll be interesting to see how those 2 teams match up next week in the middle of that dogfight in the middle of the standings.